Hello everyone, welcome back to Popcorn in Bed. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you to LG for sponsoring today's video and sending me their CineBeam ultra short throw projector. Just for reference, this is the model HU715QW. I have been watching every movie on this since I've got it. First of all, I didn't know these were a thing. You don't have to like have a theater room, you don't have to put it up on your ceiling. It can be inches from the wall. And you have a huge vivid screen. It has changed my movie watching experience. I use it in this tiny room and it's like I'm having a popcorn in bed, popcorn in theater experience. So not only does it look 4K, bright, vivid, anytime, day or night, it also has amazing sound quality. I'm telling you, theater experience. And I like that it looks very sleek and nice on my furniture. Like it doesn't look like this space projector, huge overhead thing that they wheeled into classrooms. It's beautiful. Let me show you how big it is. It is so cool. I seriously feel like I have a movie theater on my wall. Look, it's inches from the wall. You don't need one of those white screens. You instantly have this huge screen up to 120 inches in 4K. It's just like a regular LG TV. It's got all your apps in here, Prime or Disney Plus. Got all the normal connections in the back, USB, HDMI, Ethernet. I am loving it. I wanted to watch the Oscars this Sunday with friends and family. I absolutely love throwing parties. It's one of my hobbies. I like to entertain and do all the little things. Hopefully you guys are watching the Oscars this Sunday with me. We are going to watch it on the big screen at my house using the LG CineBeam. I think it's going to add a lot to the party. I've really only seen Dune, want to see Licorice Pizza. I think Dune could do it. Who do you think is going to win Best Picture this year? Tell me in the comments below. If you want to grab one or check out more details, the link is in the description of this video. Thank you again to LG. Thank you for supporting me and the brands that support the channel. Let's watch a Oscar-winning screenplay movie, Usual Suspects. Hello guys, welcome back to Popcorn in Bed. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, I'm apprehensive about today's video. I'm watching the runner-up from our investigation / detective poll. The first place winner was Untouchables, which I was also apprehensive about, but ended up really enjoying. So I'm hoping that is the same for this. I'm watching The Usual Suspects. Someone compared this to Pulp Fiction, which is probably why I'm weary of it. If you saw my reaction to that, you know what I'm talking about. But I hope it has that fun investigation detective vibe. I don't know who's in it, not one person. Is Robert De Niro in this one as well? Who else is like that age group? Gene Hackman, perhaps? We will see. If you want to vote in polls like this is our detective one. We've got a courtroom poll going on right now. A Few Good Men is leading, but we shall see. If you want to do the polls, have early access, hang out with a bunch of movie lovers, come on over to Patreon. We have a lot of fun. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's watch The Usual Suspects. Lately, I feel like I've been going into movies with a little bit more know-how of what it's about, but this one, I have no idea what to expect. San Pedro, California, last night. Okay. Was that a dead body? Everyone seems very...
How you doing, kid? I can feel my legs. Where's that? Ready?
They're being very sneaky with this guy's face. Why did he just let that happen?
It all started back in New York 6 weeks ago.
Oh, that guy.
A truck got jacked outside of Queens. The driver didn't see anybody, but he heard a voice. Sometimes that's all you need.
New York City 6 weeks ago.
We have a warrant for your arrest.
New York Police Department.
Sure you brought enough guys?
Are they just rounding up the usual suspects? Is that what's happening here?
A restaurant that changes with taste. Let me give you an example.
This I had to see for myself.
Everyone, this is David Cuyan.
U.S. Customs.
U.S.
You
Customs.
look good, Keaton. Better than I would have thought.
Will you excuse us for a moment? This is a small problem. Enjoy the meal. I'll talk to you later.
Wait.
At that point, I wasn't scared. I knew I hadn't done anything they could do me for. Besides, it was fun. I got to make like I was notorious.
You all know the drill. Step forward and repeat the phrase you've been given. Number
Which
one.
one's the
step
mechanic?
forward.
That guy?
Hand me the keys.
That's the line the guy heard? Yeah, right, you could identify a voice.
Knock it off. Number 3, step forward.
How many keys?
In English.
They're giggling.
Hand me the keys, you.
You don't put guys like that into a room together. Who knows what can happen? Hand me the keys, you.
He does have a distinct voice, actually.
They were hoping somebody would slip up. They went after McManus first.
What truck?
The truck with the guns.
He was a good guy. Crazy, though. Fenster always worked with McManus.
He'll flip you.
You what?
Flip you.
Answer my
What does that
question.
mean?
You hit him in the back.
Todd Hockney, the one guy who didn't give about anybody.
I could put you in Queens on the night of the hijacking. I live in Queens.
Hijacking.
Put
of a
that together
truck full
yourself,
of guns.
Einstein? You know what happens if you do another turn in the joint? Shower and then have a snack.
These guys are rough.
Keaton was the real prize for them.
It was your mistake, not mine. Let's get back
How
to
did the
that truck.
police mess up? I don't think that's allowed.
Fenster, will you relax? Treat me like a criminal.
You are a criminal.
How much you gotta go and do that? Trying to make a point?
Why don't you make your point?
I heard you were dead.
Well, you heard right.
Is he Irish?
Rumor has it Keaton's gone straight. Tapping Edie Finneran, heavyweight criminal lawyer.
Your lawyer's wife. What kind of retainer are you giving her?
Is that the girl at dinner?
This whole thing was a shakedown. There's no way they'd land 5 felons in the same row. No way.
So why the hell was I a strip search? The guys.
Is it Friday already?
So when his hell stole that truck.
That's a good question.
What I want to know is who's the gimp?
He's okay.
Says you. What about a pretzel, man?
His name is Verbal.
They're not
Roger,
nice.
really. People say I talk too much.
Yeah, I was just going to tell you to shut up.
We met before once or twice.
I was in for fraud.
So you did it.
Me and Fenster heard about a little job.
Why don't you just calm down?
Mr. Hockney wants to hear what I got to say, and I know Fenster's down. What about you, guy?
I'm interested, sure.
Are they not tapping this cell? Can the police not hear what they say? Maybe they shouldn't plan a criminal job.
I want nothing to do with any of you, but you can all go to hell.
Okay.
And that was how it started.
I love a narrator. Wait, so that was 6 weeks ago. This was present day. Was the guy who couldn't feel his legs that Keaton guy at the beginning?
15 so far. They're still pulling some bodies out of the water, though.
15
Any
dead?
survivors? 2. One guy's in a coma. DA has a second guy, cripple from New York, I think.
Does have like the old school detective vibes. So there I was. Oh gosh.
This whole thing has turned political. I'm telling you, this guy is protected by the Prince of Darkness. Well, when does you post bail? 2 hours tops.
That's the dad from Clueless. I think he was also a Maverick.
He's paranoid about being recorded. He will not go into the interrogation. Someplace else? Where?
Who are they talking about?
The guy's got total immunity. He doesn't know what you want to know. I don't think he does. But there's a lot more to his story, believe me. 27 men died on that pier for what looks to be $91 million worth of dope that wasn't there. And above all, I want to be sure Dean Keaton's dead.
Keaton was the one that was sitting on the ground, right? And got shot in the head. Or shot. We heard 2 shots.
Can I get some coffee?
Give me one, too, while you're at it.
That guy is tense. I used to be in a barbershop quartet in Skokie, Illinois.
Verbal, you know we're trying to help you.
And I want to help you, Agent Kuyan. I like cops. I told the DA everything I know.
I think this guy's like a secret genius or something.
He was a corrupt cop.
Sure, 15 years ago.
Dean Keaton was a...
Uh-oh.
Are you trying to get a rise out of me?
I just want to hear your story.
May I have a cigarette?
According to your
I
statement,
need a light.
run of them. You're a short
What's
car
his deal?
operator. One of them those scams.
Anything in there is inadmissible.
Sweet deal you have here. Total immunity.
How'd he get that?
First thing on the job, you know what I learned? How to spot a murderer. You arrest 3 guys, you put them all in jail overnight. The next morning, whoever's sleeping is your man. If you're guilty, you know you're caught. You get some rest.
Wouldn't that be the opposite?
I'm smarter than you, and I'm gonna find out what I want to know.
He's not being the good
Not a
cop.
rat.
In the good cop, bad cop situation here.
Thanks.
Back when I was picking beans in Guatemala, we used to make fresh coffee. That was good. Hey, I'm in a police station.
Can we get started again? What happened after the lineup?
He's been in a barber quartet, picking coffee beans in Guatemala.
I'm gonna have this thing in front of the grand jury by Monday.
Look, I don't want to talk about it, Edie, okay? So what did Fortier and Renault say?
They asked for some more time.
By next week, every investor in the city's gonna be walking away from us. It's finished.
So he was trying to go good, a non-criminal route.
I love you.
They ruined me in there tonight.
I love you. Do you hear me?
What?
Let's just go to my place.
They all got out. They're planning something, aren't they?
New York's finest taxi service.
Bullshit.
What?
They don't operate anymore.
We're coming out for one job, smuggling emeralds out of South America. You have to come.
What's the deal whether I do it or not?
Yeah.
They don't know me, you do. Look at me, I need this. Oh, you're telling me you don't need this? I'm not mocking you. You look like you got a good little scam going with this lawyer.
Don't want them.
You say it's the real thing? That's cool. But they're never gonna stop with us, you know that. This way we hit the cops where it hurts and we get well in the meantime.
He's going back to the dark side. So there's a job with emeralds and a dirty cop.
How do they want to do it?
What's
We're
the
not supposed to go
plan?
in shooting.
No killing.
Not if we do it my way.
But wasn't there 27 bodies? Ooh, this music.
New York's finest taxi service was a ring of corrupt cops that ran a high-profit racket, driving smugglers and drug dealers all over the city.
Ooh.
They even had their own business cards.
Will this get me to Staten Island? You kidding me? This will get you to Cape Cod.
Are these the 5 guys? Are they doing this right now?
Hurry up! Now the money. There's no money.
Oh my gosh. But are these the corrupt cops that are giving them the taxi service? What is that? They gonna light them on fire? I thought we weren't killing anybody.
Keaton made an anonymous phone call. The press was on the scene before the police were. Strauza and Rizzi were indicted. 50 more cops went down with them. It was beautiful.
They caught the taxi service people. So that was all those guys. That was scary.
When's the feds come?
I always go to see him.
In California?
Now who's gonna go?
We all go.
Why did I think they were in California?
To Mr. Verbal, the man with the plan.
The future, all the dead people on the boat, that was California.
We're gonna miss the flight. Send her a note, something.
I said we'd make it.
He's breaking up with his girlfriend?
We're gonna miss the plane. She'll understand.
Will she? Will she understand that her ex-criminal boyfriend
I'm weepy.
You want to wait outside?
is tense?
You expect me to believe that he retired for a woman? Keaton was using her.
He loved her.
I believe Keaton too.
The job had his name written all over it.
But Edie had him all turned around.
I've been investigating him for the past 3 years. 3 counts of murder before he was kicked off the force.
You got him all wrong.
Witnesses either reversed their testimony or died before they could testify. He spent 5 years in Sing Sing, killed 3 prisoners inside.
How'd he get out?
Dean Keaton was dead. Did you know that? 2 people saw Keaton walk into a warehouse he owned just before it blew up. Within 3 months of the explosion, the 2 witnesses, they were dead. One killed himself in his car, the other fell down an open elevator shaft.
What look at the pushers back then? He says they were buying dope. We know.
Dope? Like weed?
Not dope. People.
Simba.
He saw the devil. Looked him in the eye.
I'm trying to figure this all out.
Kaiser Soze.
Kaiser Soze. He saw Kaiser Soze. Tell him to tell her what he looks like.
I'm not sure how that's all connected.
You say you saw Keaton die. I think he's behind that whole circus at the harbor. He's using you because you're stupid and you think he's your friend.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what to feel right now.
He wasn't behind anything. It was the lawyer.
What lawyer?
You know, back when I was in that barbershop quartet in Skokie, Illinois.
You don't think I know you held out on the DA?
DA gave me immunity.
Not from me.
Why does he get so much immunity?
There was a lawyer, Kobayashi.
Is he the one that killed Keaton?
No, but I'm sure Keaton is dead.
Convince me.
Holy cow. So Keaton faked his death years ago. Then he tried to straighten out with his lawyer. Now they're in California. This is another flashback.
McManus's fence, Redfoot. We should have known better.
How you doing?
Oh my gosh, he's a scary guy in something I've watched.
You guys interested in any more work?
What's the job?
This jeweler out of Texas carries around a lot of cash. I keep the merchandise, you keep the green.
What was he in? Because he is invoking fear in me.
Wait, I have my car.
And this woman's totally naked. Get in the car, son.
Oh my gosh.
Give me the case.
Don't shoot.
Come on!
Oh boy, this has gone awry, right?
Just hand over the case.
Okay. My opinion is tainted of him now. I thought we weren't killing people.
Looks like a lot of China.
Not Jules.
What am I supposed to do with that? I don't know. Feed it to the gimp. He's just paying. I don't know what that is. I got thrown this job by some lawyer.
Yeah? Who?
He's a middleman for somebody.
So he got a job and then he passed it on.
We want to meet him.
That's funny. He says he wants to meet you guys.
One more thing, tough guy. Any more surprises, and I'm gonna kill you.
Put a leash on that puppy.
This is very intense and scary and gangy.
Cops are gonna be looking for the guys who did it. Sooner or later, they're gonna come around asking me. You have a sweet night, ladies.
So he's telling him all this?
Someone to see you. Still after that coke that took a walk out of that bloodbath in the harbor yesterday?
Yeah.
I've been in L.A. County talking to a guy they pulled out of a drain pipe. And he says it was definitely not a dope deal. What's the money for? He didn't know.
Didn't he say they were trying to buy
New
people?
York.
Yeah.
Did he mention Kaiser Soze?
Who's Kaiser Sose?
We've been going over this for an hour and a half.
Hot. I'm bored.
Mr. Hockney, Tuesday. I am Mr. Kobayashi. I've been
Kobayashi.
asked by my employer to bring a proposal. 1 day's work. Very dangerous. He does not expect all of you to live. Those of you who do will have $91 million.
Who's your boss?
$91 million?
I work for Kaiser Soze.
They all know Kaiser Sose.
Who's Kaiser Soze?
In 1981, Mr. Keaton, you participated in the hijacking of a truck which belonged to Mr. Soze. You had no way of knowing this. Earlier this year, Mr. Fenster and Mr. McManus hijacked a two-prop cargo flight.
What?
2 months ago, Mr. Hockney stole a truck carrying gun parts through Queens. 9 months ago, one of Mr. Soze's couriers was taken in a complicated confidence scam by a cripple. It has taken us some time to find you.
You set up the line.
Yes. You were not to be released until
This
I
is
had
all
come to
part
see
of
you.
a bigger plan
It seems
by
Mr.
Soze.
Keaton's attorney was a little too effective.
What about Redford?
Mr. Soze rarely works with the same people for very long, and they never know who they're working for.
So, why are you telling us?
Because you have stolen from Mr. Soze. That you did not know you stole from him is the only reason you are still alive. He has been competing with a group of Argentinians. These Argentinians are negotiating the sale of $91 million in cocaine.
Is cocaine dope?
Mr. Soze would like you to stop the deal. Whatever money changes hands is yours. Get to the boat and destroy the cocaine.
Boat.
And then you will be free.
So Mr.
Give me
Sose,
one good reason why I shouldn't kill you right now.
A gift. Good day, gentlemen.
Mr. Sose knew about all these guys who accidentally took money from him. So he got them together in a group by setting him up in New York, knowing that Redfoot would tell him about the deal. A lot of things had to go right to get him here. Is it a bomb? Oh my gosh. Mr. Sosa is organized.
They got my whole life in here, everything I've ever done since I was 18.
Everybody I've ever worked with or did time with?
This guy's a pipe dream.
I don't know. This is bad. The way I hear it, Sase, some kind of butcher.
There is no Kaiser Soze.
Who is Kaiser Soze?
He's supposed to be Turkish. Nobody ever believed he was real. But to hear Kobayashi tell it, anybody could have worked for Soze.
Sheesh.
The greatest trick
Elusive
the
and
devil
organized.
ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. There was a gang of Hungarians that wanted their own mob. They realized that to be in power, you just needed the will to do what the other guy wouldn't. They come to his home. They find his wife and kids in the house.
Oh!
He comes home to find his wife raped and children screaming. They let him know they meant business. Soze looks over the faces of his family. Then he showed these men of will what will really was. He waits until his wife and kids are in the ground, and then he goes after the rest of the mob. He kills their kids, their wives, their parents, and their parents' friends. He burns down the houses they live in and the stores they work in, and like that, he's gone. Nobody's ever seen him since. He becomes a myth. Criminals tell their kids at night, rat on your pop, and Kaiser Soze will get you.
I want that to be true. I don't want him to be a myth. I don't want that to have actually happened.
Keaton always said, I don't believe in God, but I'm afraid of him. Well, I believe in God, and the only thing that scares me is Kaiser Soze.
You give any weight to this?
I can introduce you to Dan Metzheiser from Justice. Been a hobby of his for a couple of years. A lot of guys equate him to that reporter on The Incredible Hulk.
I need to see that one, I guess.
So that's why you never told the DA?
If I told you the Loch Ness Monster hired me to hit the harbor, what would you say?
If there really is a Kaiser Sose, he's gonna come looking for you.
Where do you think the pressure's coming from? He's got the front burner under your to let me go so he can scoop me up 10 minutes later.
We can protect you.
You think you can catch Kaiser Soze? You think a guy like that comes this close to getting caught and sticks his head out? My guess is you'll never hear from him again.
So Soze somehow controls people in powerful places to give him immunity so that he can walk so that he can kill him?
What happened next?
We woke up the next morning and Fenster was gone. That night we got the call. Kobayashi told us where we could find Fenster.
We found him. Oh my gosh.
We gotta bury him. With what? With our hands.
Keaton, what are we gonna do? This guy is gonna kill us.
I don't know about you, peg leg, but I can run. I got no problem with that.
I feel like they're underestimating Souza. I'm scared of him.
I said my boy will bury him. I don't know anybody.
He was my partner for 5 years.
Because now it's payback. It's not payback.
It's precaution. I'm gonna finish this thing. This Kobayashi bastard is not gonna stand on me.
That's why they're gonna bury him, or that's why they're gonna do the job?
Nobody argued with Keaton. They just set their minds to whacking Kobayashi.
Oh, not gonna do the job. They're gonna try and kill Kobayashi because he didn't believe Souza was real.
They're coming up as soon as we're done.
It's not gonna be this easy.
Don't move. Press 20. Do it now.
Holy crap.
The answer is no.
Mr. Soze will be most. You mention his name again, I'll kill you right now. I can only assume that you've come here to kill me anyway.
We know that you can get to us, but now you know that we can get to you. I'm giving you one last chance to call this off.
My employer has made up his mind. Whatever you threaten me with is ludicrous in comparison to what will be done to me if I do not carry out my orders in full.
Don't show me this.
gonna get you.
I just wanted you to know that.
No, no.
You will let me finish my business with Miss Finneran first, won't you? She's upstairs in my office.
What does that mean? That he'll kill Edie if they kill him?
The boat will be ready for you on Friday. If I see you before then, Miss Finneran will find herself the victim of a gruesome violation, as indeed your father, Mr. Hockney, and your uncle Randall, Mr. Kint.
Oh my
might
gosh.
only castrate Mr. McManus's nephew, David.
I don't think they're messing around. He knows how to get to these people. He really does love her, doesn't he?
It's a logistical nightmare.
Anybody goes in there is not coming out alive.
I'm gonna wait for the money.
Me too.
Did you hear what he just said?
There's nothing that can't be done.
I just can't believe we're gonna walk into certain death.
Come up with a plan. I don't know. I'm not rooting for them, but I am, but I'm not. Four of them. $91 million of drugs. He just wants the drugs destroyed. He wants the deal not to go through. And he's like, you guys can keep the money if you want. Am I right on this? They're just scoping out, right? This isn't like the job.
Package has arrived.
Oh, okay. This is the job. I wanted them to have disguises. Oh my gosh.
I'm ready.
I feel like a lot of people are about to die.
Stay here. If we don't get out of this, take the money and go.
Keaton, I can't.
Find Edie. Tell her everything. If I don't get Kobayashi my way, she'll get him my way. Please. Tell her I tried.
I really don't know who I'm rooting for. I do love that he loves his lawyer.
Jane, prepárense que alguien viene.
So was the guy we saw at the beginning, they didn't show his face, was that supposed to be Souza?
How you doing? Is there a problem?
Why did Keaton even come down here? So they all came out together?
Old MacDonald had a phone on the farm. He shot some guys. Bada boom, bada bing bang.
Oh my gosh. This is big. This is a big job. These guys are more than just street criminals. Look at that. Look at those moves. Can someone just Can someone assure me these guys are horrible people? They just shot him? So this is the night before. This is the same night where it started. So it's just these two guys now. Because the other guy's hiding, the other guy died in front of the money.
Stay quiet. He's here.
Who's here? But Soze, you're the one who sent them. Okay, brain, work better. At least he didn't kill the dog. Aren't they just looking for the money? Oh no, they had to find the drugs so they could destroy them, right? I'm so confused. Show me him.
I don't know nothing.
Told who nothing. Okay, so now what? Still the boat has to burn down.
Well, the strangest thing.
What did they do to him?
Try to tell me you saw someone kill Keaton. You know.
See Keaton get shot.
Then why didn't you help him? You had a gun. Who's your friend?
Because I was afraid.
Afraid of what?
Of Sosa.
I knew it was Kaiser Soze.
Soze.
The devil himself. How do you shoot the devil in the back? What if you miss?
Oh man, he's good at this role. This is that part we saw at the beginning. Holy crap. Did he see his face?
Arturo Marquez, ever hear of him?
No.
He was a stool pigeon for the Justice Department and could positively identify Kaiser Soze.
That's the guy who's killed in the robe.
The Hungarians were going to buy the one guy that could incriminate Kaiser Soze. Edie Finneran was Marquez's extradition advisor. There were no drugs on that boat. It was a hit. Soze put some thieves to it.
You're saying Soze sent us to kill someone?
Keaton did. He left you behind for a reason.
Just do what I tell you. Because he was my friend.
He wasn't your friend. Keaton
What?
didn't have friends. It was his will. Keaton was Kaiser Soze. No.
What? Did we see him die at the beginning?
The kind of man who could have killed Edie Finneran. She was found yesterday, shot twice in the head.
What?
Edie? He used all of you to get him on that boat. He had to pull the trigger himself to make sure he got his man. The one man that could identify him.
But then who did McManus in the head?
I knew him. He would never.
He programmed you.
But why me? I'm stupid. I'm a cripple. Why me?
Because you're a cripple, Verbal. Because you're stupid. Because you're weaker than them.
No.
It was his idea to hit the taxi service in New York, wasn't it?
It was all Keaton. We followed him from the beginning. You think he's...
Kaiser Soze? Kaiser Soze's a shield, a spook story. Stay here and let us protect you.
No way.
They're gonna get you out there.
Maybe so. But I'm not a rat, Agent Kuyan.
What? Keaton is Sosa? But then who killed the other guys in their team?
God.
Don't be over. I need more answers.
Can I use your fax machine? You still got nothing, Dave. A room is not a room that doesn't go.
I'm so confused.
Man, you're a slob. Oh, has a system. You gotta, like, stand back from it, you know?
Why is my heart beating so fast? What?
Back when I was in that barbershop quartet in Skokie, Illinois.
Some guy in California, his name is Redfoot.
Back when I was picking beans in Guatemala, we used to make fresh coffee.
What am I missing right now? What's he piecing together?
Mr. Kobayashi.
Kobayashi. Kobayashi.
The cripple, did you see him?
Kaiser Soze.
Because you're
What I want to know is who's the gimp.
I'm sure Keaton is dead.
I can't feel my legs. Kaiser.
Tell me you got the cripple in there from New York. My guess is you'll never hear from him again.
Oh, what? What?
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't exist. And like that, he's gone.
Huh? Oh my gosh. They tricked me so good. Twice. I was like, it was Keaton. How is it Keaton? And thinking back, and then it was actually Verbal. So was any of it true, that story he told? I know he changed all the names from things he saw in the office, but was anything Verbal was saying, like that whole story, true? I think he really did want to kill that one guy with the robe in the boat, right? The Souza did. Or did he? And did he really gather those guys together because they stole from him? And did he really believe Keaton was good, or did he just make that all up? And was Keaton really good? And who killed Edie? That was Souza too. He didn't even have a real limp, but he told Keaton he faked that limp with Keaton for 5 months in prison. Didn't they say they were in prison together for 5 months? He would have had to fake being a cripple the whole time? Holy crap. That's gonna take a rewatching, knowing what I know now, to unscramble everything. But like, did he actually kill his family? Oh, that was a trip. That was such a twist, and I need to go get in the forum world about that movie. Get on Reddit, because that was a long game for him, right? Getting all those guys together to get him on the boat to kill that guy. Like, that was so much planning, and he wanted everyone to believe he wasn't all there and he was this helpless, weak guy, but really he was this mastermind criminal who just kills everybody. So Michael, or Dean Keaton, in the end knew it was him all along. So the part about Keaton telling him to stay back wasn't actually true. Oh, he made Keaton, like, in his story of Keaton, he made me like him. But he was all just saying that to make that cop guy believe that Keaton was this tricker, and he pulled one over on him. And me! And hopefully everyone else who watched that, or else, holy cow. Okay, aside from all that, I thought Verbal was super believable and awesome and good, and I loved Keaton, and it all came together with the sketch in the end. I forgot about that part. I thought it was gonna be Keaton. Dang it, they got me good. The story they had to weave to make it entertaining enough that you're like invested in the story, and him telling the cop at the same time, when really they were just like weaving this lie in front of us. We ate it up, right? You too? Okay, that was a super fun watch. Thank you for watching along with me. Like I said, I gotta go read some articles. I gotta go watch it again. And was the point of using all those like stories about the Guatemala coffee picking and the quartet, was that all just to distract him? To make part of his like, his ruse of just being like this chatty Cathy who's not very smart? Oh my gosh. But really, he was the smartest of us all.